Okay, we are back again live. I did have to create another um, session because we have an internet interruption and we were only for 5 minutes. And then the internet went crazy. And since I did have to create a new image, it is uh, less expensive, quote unquote, to continue. Maybe I should make an stamp continue, not just compose the image. So we have these ones. Um, Open with this. So we were talking about having this rectangle, and we want to find uh, this guy over here, this point. So this is the haze, the haze, these are arrows. So this is the width. And we need to find this point. So this point it is located right here in the middle. So we were saying that it will be the width since it is in the middle mm, between two. Then it is in the middle also over here. So it is the middle of space. And we can have this as a starting point. That's the x and y coordinates. We will add numbers and subtract numbers. Well, let's have this as a starting point. Let's have this as a starting point in order to not stop and continue to write. And then we can modify. Okay. Uh, okay. Now we have this fellow. Let's call it center of rotation. Point. Center of turn. No. Let's call it origin. This guy will be origin. Let's call this origin. Let's call this origin. Then we want to rotate some angle theta. And I can't believe that I am talking this way. Because I wasn't good at math. Not in the traditional way. I don't like follow. I respect civilization. I believe in civilization. I don't invite people into chaos or throwing a stone at windows. But I don't like rules. So I wasn't good at following these mathematics. I, oh, yes. But then recently I discovered that mathematics You can do mathematics without being mechanical, without following procedures. You can do freestyle mathematics. Get get some figure and study this figure forever, the entire of your life, just finding relationships, you know, observing this figure. You can spend your entire life by studying a triangle. This is not a triangle. You will find the same things that the guys from the past did find, or you can memorize what they already achieved. It's up to you and continue from that. I don't know how Oliver Heaviside did his studies. He said that he went for algebra and trigonometry, but I don't know how much time he spent doing algebra and trigonometry. Let's have this being some sort of base platform, and or if he went directly to the Maxwell equations and consulted what he needed from these topics as he was finding his needs to understand this. Uh, because in here you can spend your entire life here. If you are into discovery, into exploration, into making questions, question making, uh, you can grasp a little point over here. Um, so let's focus. Okay, so we are here. What do we need to do? Let's translate this figure over here. We have this guy. So we have some radius r, and um, if we translate, there is the viewport of the screen. This is the origin of the viewport. If we translate this point over here and make the rotation, make the calculations for the 90 degrees, and we will find this guy. You can invert the numbers. So you will have, okay, my eye is itching. My eye is itching. We will finish this guy. I think tomorrow we will do the threaded edge for 2 hours, and then we will have all the other angles, more tests with more angles, more tests with more angles. We will need to find the quadrants and translate this to the viewport of the canvas. Uh, and for 90 degrees, it's okay. But if we go 45 degrees, we will need to find this guy and this guy. We will need to see how the components of the coordinate behaves in terms of the sign of the components, we will have a function to help us. And we are going to write. And I think I can share with you some plans. We're going to finish this Geometrikap. Then I'm going to do some Spanish series for Spanish people, Spanish speakers, uh, because I don't want to learn. I am from Mexico. I would like to do something in Spanish too, and that will be with LangChain uh, and Mistral. We will explore some APIs. That will be like 50 chapters again, like 100 hours. Then I'm going to do some algorithms for my training, for my own education, some sort of refreshment, some sort of new learnings. Once I finish that, I will say, okay, this is what they say, essential information that every serious programmer need to know. That's how Robert Sedgwick and Kevin Wayne announced their book, and they are right. That's it. And after that, I think we can train our own LLM to show the people that you can how you can have access to data, have access to these algorithms, train the thing for your own local computer, just to show off that it is possible, but that you cannot compete with the big tech. If you are one person, once we show that we can use it right now. But once we show that, then we can do by coding all the way. The new uh, way of programming, the new century, the new millennium programming. And if people are saying, we'll say, so this guy does know that he's just prompting the, so we just show everything, right? And we don't need to justify ourselves, by the way. You can do by coding and people can tell whatever they want. People can say whatever they want. Well, I myself, I would like to have these elements on my channel and then do all the new style of programming and prompting the LLM, do some new IDEs, exploring new IDEs as they are arriving, how development is doing, is moving. If we're going to be just commanding the computer with voice, create a class person and a subclass employee and see the results. And write systems actually that people maybe would like to use. All right. Well, I would like to show first the LLM, maybe with little data, just a few data. We're going to try to find an example that we can train uh, with without the data that these corporations have access to. We will study the topic. We will study the topic and see. Oh, so this is how this is how they do it. We will have some data, maybe synthetic data that we create ourselves. We will have fun, and we will be documenting all the things in this fashion, so people will get bored and say, "This guy is taking 10 hours to uh, just talking and talking and doing actually nothing." But yeah, I just share some plans with you. And also, I have a lot of things to do with Veritas World. Most likely, I will have this calendar uh, available for you to check on my website, in which I'm going to put my activities. And so then people can have their own instances of some calendar. And so I'm also